tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back to the action after this word.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with an 8-0 run. As the first quarter came to a close, they saw that early lead disappear. Tie game at the end of one. Then in a hard-fought second quarter, they more than held their own, increasing their advantage to finish up 9 at the break. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Play strong to finish off the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
Joining us, that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. With a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
A terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Jordan Player of the Game, Jordan Clarkson.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off, and they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive, and boy, did he make them pay.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I got a chance to hear what John Beeline told his
For
team.
Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. From the American Airlines Arena.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Reggie Jackson is having one of those nights. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were expending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? And how can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat out front, up 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone. Into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. There was no stopping R.J. Barrett in the first half. He had 14 points and 3 rebounds. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection. Some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Come back. It's Chicago, up 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
It's true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Our Jordan Player of the Game, Otto Porter Jr.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. Doris Burke and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Nuggets lead by 10. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Denver was looking great right away. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. Going through the second quarter, they started to look a bit fatigued, but played well enough to enjoy a 5-point cushion here at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
You think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D.
That's going to do it for now.
Was really lucky.
For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. See you next time.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
More often than not, Ernie, LeBron tries to involve his teammates early, but he came in ready to shoulder the load tonight. Terrific all-around performance in the first half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Ernie, you see this Band-Aid I got on my wrist? You know why? Because they're fouling too much. It's tough to get going in transition when the other team's shooting free throws. And also, I think they've been caught out of position and have been reacting way too much defensively.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
During the blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball. They have game, and I can't say I followed one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I followed. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in on.
DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Shaq Diallo. It up for Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, few players have ever burst on the scene the way Donovan Mitchell did. Dominated as a rookie, he continued to build out his game, very aggressive in the first half.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin for the call.
Hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute
our Jordan
perfect
player
spot.
of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Clark Kellogg and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.